Hey folks, this is Jamila Siddiqui coming to you from the Carleton Career Center, and I'm here to show you how you can teach both Handshake and the Carleton Career Center about your career interests so that we get you connected to opportunities and events that are actually a good match for you. So this is actually a pretty quick procedure. All you have to do is log into your Handshake profile. You'll see this main landing page. Come on up to the upper right hand corner and click on, it might be a picture of you or whatever you have set for your avatar icon at the moment. And you'll see this drop down. Click on My Career Interests. And this long page of checkboxes is essentially how you will tell both Handshake as well as the Career Center what you're interested in and what you're exploring right now in terms of your career. Checking a box essentially says you are interested in that, and you can also similarly uncheck it. So keeping this list updated, perhaps once a term, you set a reminder on your calendar to come in and update your Handshake career interests page to reflect where you are currently. That's a really great practice because helps us make sure that we are communicating with you in the way that you want to be communicated with. And that you're getting relevant content. That's really important to us here at the Career Center. So you'll see some options to let us know what you are seeking, whether it's a full-time job, an internship, part-time job, or on-campus job, whether you're thinking about grad school, for example, whether you are just searching for new professional connections and wanting to build your network, for example, or even you're not sure, you're just checking it out, that's perfectly fine too. Thinking about what you're considering after graduation, and notice I don't have anything checked at the moment, and that is okay. So if you feel like you're not able to answer one of these questions, it is perfectly fine to leave it unchecked. Coming down to job roles, just a heads up, this field is a little bit tricky. You'll see that with the drop down, it's pretty limited in what you can see, and there are specific wordings around these job roles that you have to be aware of. So, for example, if you're thinking of being some kind of an advocate of sorts, double check and see what they have listed in here. If you're thinking about being a social services advocate, if you were to type in social services advocate, you wouldn't quite come up with that job role, but maybe there might be some other analogous role. So, job roles field might be probably the most frustrating piece about this whole screen. A little bit of a trial and error process there, but letting us know if there are specific roles that you're interested in can be helpful. Where you're interested in living, we use this a little bit less and focus a little more on these bottom 3 or 4 sections or so. So I'll tell you about these in particular, starting with the Carleton Career Community. So this is something new. So if you've been here for a while and you haven't heard about it, that's okay. We're starting to roll this out at the Career Center. And essentially a career community is a cluster of careers. So for example, at the very top, we see arts, media, and creative. These careers tend to have some things in common, and we have a career coach here at the Career Center who is focusing on curating opportunities in that area as well as supportive events and resources and knowledge for you so that we can coach you in that particular, I'm going to call it like an industry group, but we're calling them career communities. Um, and so by clicking this, for example, I've clicked Arts, Media, and Creative. What this does is it signs you up for programming from that career community and communication from that career community. And it's great to do that when you either are confirmed in the direction that you want to go in for your career, or even if you are exploring. Let's say you're thinking about something in either arts or the nonprofit world, and you'd like to start receiving some supportive resources or opportunities in that area, in your inbox, perhaps emails, so on and so forth. And that's a great way to let us know that you want to essentially sign up for those career communities. And you can just as easily unsign up for them. So it's just a matter of coming into your My Career Interest page and unchecking that box. So let's say I was initially interested in arts as well as nonprofit, but I decided I want to really hone in on nonprofit and in particular education. I can just come in and uncheck the arts, media, and creative box, keep that government nonprofit nonprofit and education box checked, and adjust the communications I receive from the Career Center accordingly. If you have no idea what you want to do and are really open-minded at the moment and are exploring and discovering what your interests are and really what the world of work is for you, perfectly fine and great to hit this exploring button. We do have an exploring career community for folks who are doing just that and connecting you to resources to help you along the way. So make sure you sign up for a career community if and when it feels right. Same thing for these industry interests and job or job functions. I can tell you that when we get a opportunity sent to us through the recruiting team at the Career Center, let's say it is, for example, a K-12 education opportunity. We will actually go into Handshake and pull out the names of students who have this box checked, and we'll send a targeted email just to those students who have that box checked with a role that happened to come through our way that is really trying to recruit Carleton students and has some kind of affinity to K-12 education. So make sure that, I know this is a lot of check boxes and some of it might feel a little bit repetitive. Check as many boxes as you are interested in and feel free to uncheck them as well. So same thing. Let's say you are interested in farming, ranching, fishing, and environmental services and maybe some renewable energy work. And then maybe as you progress through your Carleton College experience, your interests change and you're not really into that anymore. Maybe you're getting more into healthcare, social assistance, maybe exploring some opportunities in government and consulting. This is all very editable. It's really just a matter of a single click for opting in and out of certain kinds of communications. And you'll notice that job functions are somewhat similar to industries. It's just a little bit more focused on what you might be actually doing in the job. So again, consulting, you'll see it down here. You'll also see it up here, government consulting. So you might need to double check in some of those. And at the bottom, you're welcome to let us know when you expect to graduate. Whenever you are done checking everything that you're interested in, hit Save My Career Interests, and that is it. That's all you had to do to sign up or opt out of communications from Handshake as well as the Career Center. Related to these particular career interests. Now, I also want to mention that you can fine tune your notifications from Handshake. So let's say you're interested in an internship in defense, possibly government, but you don't want to get emails from Handshake about that, and or maybe you just want them to come through on your mobile app with Handshake. You actually can customize that pretty easily by going to settings, as I just did. So that was under my avatar. I go to settings, go to notification preferences, and you'll see that you can control quite a bit, both what kinds of content you get, as you see on the left-hand side of all these columns, it goes on for a while, as well as the different modes of communication that you get, whether it's through email, a notification in the app, the web app, I should say, or whether you get a push through your mobile if you have the web app, or excuse me, the Handshake app installed on your mobile. So make sure to customize your notifications through settings, actually, and then notification preferences. And about once a term, come to your career interests page or more if you want to, and keep this updated so that we can connect with you in the ways that you want to be connected with. Thanks so much. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to someone at the Career Center. We have, during the academic year, our student career assistants take drop-ins, and they'd be happy to help you adjust your career interests or talk through anything about Handshake. Thanks so much, everybody.